What's up, everybody? Leone here again today with another review video for you. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Joyetech Cuboid. I've had this one for a little while now. It took me quite some time to play with it to get the review up, but I am here today with the review for it. So, what is it? It's a 150 watt device. It does have firmware upgradability, and right now there's a 200 watt upgrade for it. If you do want 200 watts, go head over to the Joyetech website and you can very easily upgrade this device to 200 watts. I have not personally done that yet, but I will be doing that soon. It uses two 18650 batteries, and it retails for, well, from where I got it, which is, again, vapenw.com, and they have them for, I believe, what did I pay, $38, I believe, 38 bucks for just a mod. You will still need batteries. It comes with the mod and the charge cable. You'll see that all up close when we go down to the table. Quick specs for you. So the Joyetech Cuboid is, I believe it's made out of aluminum. It doesn't say here on the website. I can't find it anywhere, but it feels to be an aluminum material. It does use two 18650 batteries. It has a spring-loaded 510 connection. It can fire between 0.05 to 1.5 ohms in temperature mode, and then resistance-wise, it could also fire 0.1 to 3.5 ohms in regular wattage mode. It could use all the different types of wires you want. It's got titanium, nickel, stainless steel 316, and you have a TCR mode for putting your own values in there if you choose to. I think I already said it goes 1 to 150 watts, and it has all sorts of protections, including reverse battery polarity protection, short circuit protection, and all that good stuff to keep you nice and safe. That's pretty much all I got up here. Let's go down to the table, and we'll show you the device close up and go over some more things. Alright, so here we are with a big box for the Cuboid 150 by Joyetech. Typical box, same kind of box that the Cubist came in, basically. It says Cuboid 150, firmware upgradable, Joyetech logo. And inside we will have our mod, which we'll yank right out. Underneath that you'll have a warranty card, you'll have an instruction manual, and you'll have a micro USB cable down inside this box here, which I'll show you. So there you go, there's your USB cable. And that's the packaging. But enough about that, let's get to the mod here, this little honkin' fella. Let's start with the tour. So at the top you will have a spring-loaded 510 connection up here. Down the side you will have a nice fire button, very clicky fire button. I turned it on. You will also have up and down adjustment buttons right here, this bar. Click to the left, it's down, and to the right, it's up. And then down here on the bottom, you will have some venting, and you will have this tab, which is going to open up your battery compartment. You just slide it up, and the door will swing open. And I'll take those batteries out. And you can see inside of here, and you'll see it is clearly marked positive and negative. How to install the batteries, and then the door just pops right into place. Nice and easy. It does say Cuboid 150 here on the back. It says Joyetech up here. This is obviously the face of the device. And then you do have your charge port right here on this side. But that is pretty much the mod itself. It is a very heavy device, even without batteries. I will say that. So let me install some batteries, and let's look at the menu screen. Alright, so batteries are installed, and you can see it's fired up. 5 clicks will turn it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's on. Alright, as far as the menu goes, it's very similar to the Joyetech, VTC Mini that we reviewed just a little while back. So if you're familiar with that one, you're not even going to need to understand this one. It's the exact same menu, basically. I'm going to touch on a few quick things really quickly. 3 clicks of the fire button, 1, 2, 3, is going to take you into your menu modes here. You'll see powers flashing, so you just click to the right, go to temp NI, temp titanium, temp stainless steel 316, and then you can go over here to TCR M1, and then you will go back to power. So you can go through all your different features it has. You can see here all of them. Now if you want to do, for instance, let's stay in power mode, and you go down and click left, and you'll be able to adjust this area here if you want to show the amps, the puffs, the time, and then back to the amps. Now for instance, let's go back up here to power, and let's change it to temperature and I, left button. And then you could adjust your power here, so your wattage. You could lock your coil resistance in, so if you had a temp coil in here, you could press the right button to lock that resistance. Alright, so I just slapped the 1 ohm coil on here right now. You can see it's reading 1.4 ohms. Let's change it over to stainless steel because it is a stainless steel coil. There we go. And then you can see my wattage. I can adjust it here. You can only adjust it up, and it does round robin back down. And you can go all the way up to the full 150. It'll stop there, and then you can go right back down and go right back up again. So it's typical for Joyetech stuff here. And then go down here, and we can lock the resistance by clicking the right button. See the little lock there? Click it again, you'll see the lock's gone. So there you go, we'll lock that in. I don't know why that 1 ohm coil was reading 0.7, now it's reading 1 ohm again. I think I didn't have the tank tightened on there just right. So, yeah, that is, I mean, pretty much the menu to it. You can press the up and the left and the right wattage adjustments button here, and you'll lock everything so you can't do any adjustments. You can still fire the device. It's in temp protection because there's no juice in the tank. It's a dry coil. And you press those again to unlock it. Left button and the power button will turn stealth mode on. Press those two together. You'll see stealth on. Then you won't see the screen. Do it again. Take stealth off. When you're in temp mode, you just adjust your temperature just like this. You don't have to go on the menu to do anything. And when you're in wattage mode, your wattage will be up here, and you can just adjust your wattage just like that without having to go in the menu either. So it's very similar. I'm not going to spend too much more time in the menu. By the way, I have not upgraded this yet. I know there is a 200 watt upgrade for this, which is very easy to do. I will probably do that right after this video. But yes, you could get 200 watts out of this right now if you choose to. But with two 18650s, you're really not going to get 200 watts anyway, nor do I need it. So that's enough. Let's go up top and I'll talk more about this guy. So there you go. You saw the close-ups on this guy. It is a hefty little guy. I mean, it's a little bit on the taller side than normal mods, but it is thinner than most mods. But it is very hefty. Right now I'm using the Cubist tank on the Cuboid mod. And I'm using the stainless steel 316 coil, the 0.5 ohm, and I'm using it in temp mode at 520 degrees. And it's not a bad vape. Like I said in the Cubist review, these coils just need some work. I just feel like I'm not getting a satisfying vape with them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slap on my indestructible addy here and produce some vapor. There we go. That's a really good vape. I'm using some Bear Claw liquid from Drippin' Donuts. I do have a review for this line of e-liquids coming up next, so stay tuned for that if you're interested in that. Yeah, so anyways, so back to the mod. What do I think of this mod? I think it's a really good, affordable mod. China is just knocking out these mods right now, especially Joyetech and Wismec especially. For $38, you're getting a 150 watt device, actually 200 watts if you do the upgrade. But you know, with two batteries, I don't know how accurate it's going to be at 200 watts, but still 150 watts. Nickel, titanium, stainless. It's got TCR values for those that want to use TCR values. It really feels durable, and the battery door here is very nice. You know, you gotta flick that little guy up, the door swings open, the batteries come out. No fidgeting with magnets of any sort. No fidgeting with magnets of any sort. It just feels sturdy and solid. One thing I will say though, with certain atomizers, especially this indestructible, you will notice there is a gap here. Probably see that right there. So yeah, not all atomizers go on there. That 510 is really stiff on here. I mean, it's spring loaded, but it's stiff spring loaded 510. So be wary if you do, that does bother you. Some things will sit a little high on it. But this is due to the fact that the Indestructible has a protruding 510 pin. Most of my other stuff fit on there pretty good with no issues whatsoever. There's no shortage of power on this. I got it at 62.8 watts and a 0.78 ohm Clapton coil here, single coil. Definitely no shortage in power on here whatsoever. I have thoroughly been enjoying it. Pros and cons for this guy. So we'll start with the things I like about it. Price point, fantastic. Feel, it feels solid. It feels of quality. And overall looks, I personally like. This is the gray color. They have a silver or a stainless, and I believe they have a all black version. This is the gray version. The battery door for the batteries is very easy. There's no fidgeting, no magnets, no door sliding or anything. It's nice. It's out of sight. It's on the bottom here, so you just flick that door open. I like that. The button, there's no rattle from these buttons. I don't get any rattle from it. It sounds very, very sturdy. And the buttons have a nice click. All very nice. I do like these buttons here that are kind of hidden. The up and the down button here. This, yeah, I like how they're kind of just blended in with the black on here, so you can't really see them. I do like that. And I like the way it vapes. I mean, there's no delay on it whatsoever. It just fires right up. There's no pause or anything. The power seems pretty darn accurate. I can't notice a difference. Temp mode seems accurate. And I like the fact that it has TCR, and I also like the fact that on Joyetech's website they give you TCR values for different types of wires, or they give you a TCR range. For stainless, they give you like a range of 80 to 150, I think. And then titanium, there's all kinds of ranges. So if you feel that you're not getting an accurate vape in temp mode, mess with those TCR values, see if that helps you out a little bit. So I do like that they're doing that. Now some cons, I'm not a big fan of their menu system. I'm not a fan of the whole 3 clicks and then you got to hit left to go down and then right to change the setting. I think there's an easier way to do it. Not that it's complicated, but I just think there's an easier way. So really the only thing I'm not a fan of is how the menu is navigated, and that's not even a huge issue because I know how to do it and it's easy to figure out. Once it's figured out, you'll get the hang of it. It just takes a little bit. So I'm a fan of this one. I'm really a fan of this, especially with that price point of $38 for the mod. You can't beat it. You're getting tons of power and tons of options and a really good form factor. It's really, really solid filling. It's a little taller than most mods, like I've mentioned. But that's it. If you're looking at one of these and you're thinking about getting it, I wouldn't even hesitate. This is really just a knock it out of the park mod. It's affordable and it's powerful. There's no way around it. Yeah, obviously I highly recommend this mod. But that is it for the Joyetech Cuboid mod. I hope some of this information was helpful as always. I'll put a subscription link down in the corner like I always do. Till next time guys, live well and vape on.